A place of worship should be a safe space for those who attend. But for many who walk through those doors, safety is top of mind above else. And Michigan State Police says being prepared can help faith communities respond when something does go wrong. Well, today MSP is holding a training in Big Rapids to help congregations identify vulnerabilities, build safety teams, and create emergency plans without changing the welcoming environment of a place of worship. Joining us now is Michigan State Police Director Colonel James Grady. Colonel Grady, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me this morning.
Of course, let's get right into it. We've seen places of worship attacked across the nation, even here in Michigan. Why is Michigan State Police taking this proactive approach to security at places of worship right now?
I mean, it's exactly what you just touched on. We've seen places of worship being attacked a lot more here over the last couple of years, and more specifically on 3 occasions here in the great state of Michigan. And so we want to make sure here at the state police, while we have a huge priority in enforcement, we want to keep the state safe. But part of that means to also work with our clergy, our places of worship, to make sure that everyone is safe when they go to attend their place of worship. Anytime throughout the week that they feel safe and secure when doing that. And they deserve to do that. So education, prevention is a key part of what we do here in the Michigan State Police. And there has been a large request for this type of training, so we're happy to provide it.
Yeah, good stuff, and especially when you talk about prevention. But you have congregations of many sizes, big and small. And for a congregation that maybe has never thought about security beyond just locking the front or back doors, give us some tips or advice to them on where they should start.
Well, first of all, there's training being provided, continue to be provided by the Michigan State Police. You know, we brought this back in 2023 after having an hiatus due to COVID. I had even taken it myself many years ago. And that's the beauty, too, of this training. It's not just members of clergy, their security teams. There's also law enforcement officers, first responders that are also attending the class, too. So it gives that opportunity to have some genuine, authentic dialogue between everyone. You can kind of pick up on different perspectives, different experiences. But here in the MSP, we want to make sure we put together a solid curriculum of best practices, not only from what we've seen here in Michigan, but from across the country. So we've got great instructors. As a matter of fact, the community service troopers have picked up some of this role and responsibility. We want to make sure that we touch every corner of the state of Michigan. Some of the key aspects of the training include creating a safety team, developing a security plan, assessing the vulnerabilities of your place of worship, assembling a medical go kit, learning more about active shooter and how to respond to that. And so it's great training. It's a 1-day training class. You get a lunch. Doesn't cost a whole lot. Very little cost is needed. Just register and we'll be happy to spend the time with you so that you can be educated and not kind of have a plan in place. There's never a perfect plan, but you got to start by having a plan in place, and that's what we can provide to you for this training.
Absolutely. I mean, you've mentioned a lot of great points just in that quick moment. I want to touch more about that safety team when it comes to congregations and them establishing or building a safety team. What can that look like for certain congregations? Again, big and some smaller. What does that team kind of or can look like?
Well, I mean, first of all, you have to have people that are willing participants. They want to provide that assistance to their place of worship. They're, again, having a plan in place, knowing what people need to do. Again, attending training like this is always very helpful, very beneficial for that place of worship. But you got to start somewhere, and normally that's with the church leader. Then just getting people to get involved. Oftentimes, there are law enforcement officers that are a part of the security teams at places of worship, sometimes retired law enforcement as well. So I always say, it starts with people that are willing to volunteer, willing to commit. And once you have that, then you can grow and develop that team to make sure that your place of worship is safe.
Yeah, good information right there. I've actually been in a service where they've had a safety team, and you see those law enforcement retired, they're still holding on doing their duty here in the service. But the question I have is one of the challenges making a place of worship feel safe without feeling like a fortress. So, how can a congregation or a church kind of strike that balance?
Well, I mean, again, it depends on what the leader of that church wants. Some people may feel fine with having members that are CPL holders, that are following the law, and they have some rules in place or policies in place at that place of worship where they are armed. Some clergy may decide not to go that route. I think equally important is having the relationship or partnerships with the local law enforcement, with the state police posts, with your sheriff departments in those areas, because again, they are going to respond. And if you have those partnerships in advance, that too can help mitigate a lot of the potential concerns or worries. But again, it takes everybody working together, and that's what we want here in the state of Michigan. We want our law enforcement personnel, whether it's MSP or any other law enforcement agency, working hand in hand with the people that we serve. So important to do that because it takes all of us to keep the great state of Michigan safe.
Absolutely, and I love that too. And I read that hundreds of people have gone through this training, I think more than 400. What have you heard from those congregations that have actually gone through this and have changed some things at their church?
Well, and oftentimes it's not uncommon for me to actually be at one of the trainings just so I can spend some time talking to those that are in attendance. And the feedback has been wonderful. Of course, we're always looking to improve our training because we want the most up-to-date information that we can provide in those training opportunities. But the feedback has been wonderful. And again, the requests are very high, and it's understandable because of what has happened here in our state. I oftentimes get emails when I'm out and about across the state of Michigan. I'm always being requested, "Hey, when are you going to provide the next training?" I often lead people to our website and let them know that, hey, just stand by. We will be providing some training in your area here soon. But we're planning to put more of these together for 2027. Again, I wanted to increase our staffing to provide instruction to the people that we serve. And so, always happy to do that because, again, while we go out and enforce the law every day, equally, if not more important, is making sure that we educate people to prevent things from happening. And hey, we always want that platform to be able to tell people when you see something, say something. That's how we keep our state safe.
Absolutely. We actually have the information for that event happening right now. But for those that may be participating today or thinking about participating, what do you think they're going to take away from this training for those that plan to attend? Or like you said, you have more coming up. What do you think they're going to take away?
I think that they are going to walk away feeling a little bit more confident about what they know, how to mitigate those circumstances, how to properly prepare, how to go back, and if they don't have a plan, to put one together. Again, work with the rest of the personnel there at their place of worship, with their clergy, with their leadership there, and put something on paper. Again, it's best to have something there and then not have anything at all. Again, your medical go kits, how to exit the place of worship if something were to occur, an active shooter, or any other thing any other attack on the place of worship. Because again, we've seen it. You could Google it, you can go to YouTube, you can see those things. And again, it's happened across the country. You would always think that who would attack a church? Who would attack a place of worship with families and children in it? But people unfortunately do it. And this is why it's just that much better to make sure that you're prepared. No different than making sure you have plans for your own residents. Same thing. Important to have some things in place so that when something happens, you have a pretty good idea what to do. Again, there's no such thing as a perfect plan, but you got to start somewhere. So you have to put something together. And that's what I think that they'll receive from this. In addition to, again, some genuine and authentic dialogue to talk about things that they're seeing, talk about those concerns, and to make it even better, you got law enforcement personnel right there in the room with you to ask those questions as well.
All great information. Thank you for sharing. Michigan State Police Director Colonel James Grady. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for having me.